What up y'all? In this video I'm going to show you 3 different ways to play Zenless Zone Zero on your Apple Silicon Mac, meaning any Mac with the M series chip in it. If you have an Intel Mac, just YouTube how to use Boot Camp. The 3 different methods I'll be covering are Bluestacks, Playcover, and Crossover. First, I'll give you a super quick overview of each one, and then I'll break down the pros and cons so you can figure out which one you want to use. If you've never heard of any of these before and just want something plug and play, Bluestacks is the easiest. If you've already used Playcover before and know how it works, then I would just stick with that. And if you've got a more powerful Mac and care about graphics, or if you're looking to play a bunch of other Windows games, not just Zenless Zone Zero, Crossover will let you run the PC version rather than the mobile version of the game that the other 2 options run. Here's a quick breakdown. Bluestacks is great because it's free, super straightforward, and doesn't take much setup. The only downside I noticed, there was a bit of screen tear in the opening cutscene, but after testing for another 30 minutes or so, I didn't notice it again and the game ran flawlessly. Playcover runs the game smoothly from start to finish and is also free. The downside, it's not as beginner friendly. You'll need to find the game file for yourself and a new game file every time there's a major update. And if you want to use mouse and keyboard, you'll have to set it up yourself or import a Playmap. Crossover is the most powerful option since it runs the PC version of the game. That means better graphics and the ability to use mods. It's also great because it lets you run so many different Windows only games, but it's a paid app. That said, they do offer a free trial, so you can still test it out and see if it works for you. Also, I will not be showing you how to mod in this video, just how to get the base game running, but I will leave a link in the description to a Reddit comment on someone who claims they got it working, or maybe eventually I'll make a separate video on it. Quick heads up, I don't make anything if you use Playcover, but if you use my Bluestacks link, I get a small commission, like a couple quarters per download, and for Crossover, if you buy it through my affiliate link, I get a small cut from the sale. So if you end up using those links, I appreciate the support. And last thing, for this tutorial, I am currently on the macOS operating system, Sequoia 15.5. So if anything's not working, first check to make sure you're on the same operating system. Alright, with all that being said, let's get into it. So first up is going to be Bluestacks. So click the link in the description and it is going to bring you to this page. Once you're here, on the left hand side, we can click Play Zenless Zone Zero. Then we can hit Allow, and that is going to download the Bluestacks PKG for us. Then we're going to go to our Downloads folder and double click the PKG. It's going to run you through the Bluestacks installer, so hit continue, install, type in the password to your computer, it'll start installing, and then once it's finished, you can hit close. It'll ask you if you want to move the installer to the trash, it's up to you. And now we are going to go to our applications folder and find and double click Bluestacks. It's going to run you through a little intro video showing you what Bluestacks can do. However, before we do anything, we're going to change some settings that will help improve the performance. So on the right hand side, right below the Discord icon, click the settings wheel. Under performance, we want to change the CPU and memory allocation to the highest that it will let us. Once you've done that, click Save Changes and Restart Now. Bluestacks will restart, but there is one more thing that we actually want to change. So go back to that settings wheel, under Display, change it from 1440p to 1080p. Hit Save Changes, it's going to restart, and then once it has, in the upper right hand corner, under Search, type in the game, click it, click Install from Google Play. It's going to make you sign in, and once you've logged in, we can now hit Install. Once that's finished, we can now either hit play from here or go to the top and hit the home button and then click the icon. It's then going to ask you to log into your account, so go do that real quick, or if you don't have one, you can click register now. It's going to make you agree to their terms of service and privacy, and once we are in, we can press play. It's going to download the resources, and once it's finished downloading, I will show you how to play with mouse and keyboard and controller. Once it's finished, it's going to say the game data has been updated and please log in again. Hit confirm, it'll bring you back here and you can just tap to play. It's going to compile shaders, and once that's finished, we can finally get into it. So before I show you mouse and keyboard and controller, you might want to change the settings. If you click in the upper left and then hit the options wheel, you can change the image quality. It might tell you your settings are too high. It tells that for me, but I have an M1 Max. It's not going to overheat or anything, so you can play with it, see what works best for you. Now to play with controller, super simple. Go to input, change UI layout from touch to controller. You're going to have to make sure your controller is connected. You can now use your controller. If you want to play with mouse and keyboard, make sure it's on touch, and now press Shift and Tab on your keyboard. And that is the Bluestacks shortcut to show the on-screen controls. You could also go to the right-hand side and click the game controls and switch this on and off if you'd like. It doesn't have to be on for the keys to actually work. It's just to show you if you don't remember what button does what. Now, a couple things I do recommend. When playing with keyboard and mouse, you will constantly be switching between the mouse to click something and the mouse to aim the camera. If we click Controls Editor, and click over here and hit mouse and keyboard, the current bind for it is F1. You have to press the FN key and then F1 on your Mac. I would just change this to another key, tab or tilde, really anything you'd like, but personally would not recommend using it how it is. Then you can exit. The other thing that you definitely want to do is take this mouse icon, the left click, and drag it down to about the bottom of the circle. Might not make sense right now, but when you play the game, you'll get it. There's these things called chain attacks, and you can get away with using S for the left, but with the way it's currently set up, you will not be able to do the right chain attack. But if you move this icon down, it will cover the right chain attack button. So you can use it as both the basic attack and the right chain attack. And once you're done, we can hit save, and then in the upper right hand corner, click the X. Now, as you can see, I have my mouse moving. If I hit the tilde key, which I set it to, it disappears, and I can now use that to aim and look around, and then press it again and it will be right back. And that is going to be it for Bluestacks. Next, I will show you how to play with Playcover. Alright, next up, I'm going to show you how to play with Playcover. So first thing we're going to want to do is go to Playcover.io. I'll leave it in the description, and in the upper right hand corner, click download. Click latest, and then in our downloads folder, double click the DMG. We're going to drag this over to our applications, and then in our applications, find and double click Playcover. Hit open. Now we need to get the IPA file for the game. So let's go to Decrypt.day. Again, I'll leave it in the description. For Zenless Zone Zero, we actually need to log in. You usually have to with most of the more popular games. So you can log in with Discord or an account. I'm going to log in with Discord. And once you're logged in, we can go to the search bar and type in the game. Click the one by Cognosphere. On the right side, click download for free. And I usually use the download with this little cloud symbol on it, but it doesn't matter, whichever one works. Also, if for some reason it's not letting you download, it's telling you you're using an ad blocker, but you know you're not, I'll leave a link in the description on a video, basically how to bypass this. But if you're not having that issue, don't worry, just click download. Then click get download link, download. You might have to go back to that previous page and then hit allow. That's going to download, and I'll be back when that's finished. Now we just need to click and drag the IPA file into Playcover. It's going to extract, and once that's finished, you will have the game right here. Whenever there's a major update, so let's say when it updates to 2.0 and then 2.1 and 2.2, you're actually going to need to go back to Decrypt.day and download the updated version. And then once you've downloaded it, all you got to do is drag that new IPA file into Playcover, and it will update. Now, if you want to play with mouse and keyboard, we're going to need to install this Playmap. If you're going to play with controller, you can just skip to the next part. So for mouse and keyboard, download this Playmap. I will leave it in the description. Right click the game, hit import key mapping, and then go wherever you have the Playmap downloaded. Click it, hit open. It'll say key mapping imported, and you are good to go. So let's double click the game. It's going to verify. It's going to ask you to log in or create a new account. I'm going to do that real quick. It's going to ask you to agree to their terms of service and privacy policy, and then we can hit anything to play. It's going to download the resources, hit confirm, press it again. It's going to compile shaders, and you're actually going to want to download the full version. So if we click on the right hand side and click download full version, that's going to take a while, so I will be back when that's finished. Once that's finished downloading, we can click to play, It'll load us in. A couple things before I show you how to play with mouse and keyboard and controller. Upper left hand corner, go to options. You might want to tinker with the image quality and the FPS, see what works best for your computer. Now, to play with controller, make sure your controller is connected to your computer, and then go to input and change the UI layout from touch. It would help if I had my controller turned on. Change it from touch to controller. Then you will not be able to click anything anymore. You will have to use your controller. As you can see, I'm walking around. I have the controller buttons now on the bottom right. Now, if you want to play with mouse and keyboard, we need to go back and change the layout from controller to touch. Now, if we go up to the top of our Mac and hit key mapping and hit open key map editor, these are all the controls that we implemented. Now, I am not someone who usually games on mouse and keyboard, so I have no idea if these binds are good or not. If you want to change any of them, all you have to do is tap one, and then when you see it has the red circle around it, press any button on your keyboard and that will change it. You can drag it around, make it bigger by pressing command and up arrow, make it smaller, command and down arrow. If you need to make a new button, press the open area and click the top option and you'll have a new button. If you want to delete anything, make sure it's highlighted, go up to key mapping and hit delete selected element. Or you can press command delete. Now, once you're done with making the changes you want to make, go up to key mapping and hit close key map editor. Your mouse will disappear because it's now being used to look around. To get your mouse back, all you got to do is press option on your keyboard and it will be back. And that is going to do it for Playcover. And last but not least, crossover. But before we get into it, I did just want to mention that if you're planning to play with controller, for some reason the PS5 controller doesn't currently work. I swear this was the exact same PS5 controller that I used to use to play the game, so I don't know if it's either currently bugged or if there's a setting I'm forgetting about. Either way, not sure, but my Nintendo Switch Pro controller works, so that is what I will be using. So click the link in the description for crossover. It is going to bring you to this page. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a paid application with a 2-week free trial. However, I did want to clear up some confusing messaging. When you buy crossover, you keep that version of crossover and whatever update is out a year from when you buy it for forever. If you buy crossover now, you're getting version 25.01, I believe. Let's say a year from now, 26 is out. You will keep 26 forever. It's just if you wanted to keep receiving updates, then you would have to buy crossover again, but they always run discounts, so odds are you would never pay the full $74 again. Anyways, just wanted to clear that up, but like I always recommend, let's do the free trial first, just to make sure this is actually something that's worth it. So enter your name and email, and once you do, you can click download trial now. Once you've done that, it's going to give you a zip file. It might unzip itself. If it doesn't, just double click, and then once we have crossover, we can click and drag it to our applications. Then go to our applications, find crossover, and double click. Hit open. Now we're going to go up and hit bottle and then new bottle. You can name it ZZZ or Zenless Zone Zero, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. And make sure it is a Windows 10 64-bit bottle. And then hit create. And now you can see on the left hand side we have our ZZZ bottle. This is where we're going to install Zenless Zone Zero. First thing you want to do is change graphics to D3D Metal and synchronization to MSync. It's going to ask you to enable and reboot. Now we need to get the Hoyo Installer. So I will leave the link to this website in the description. If we go to the upper right, click this download button. It might say invalid address, just hit OK, and then click download via Hoyo Play. Might have to go back to the page and hit allow. The Zenless installer will download, and then once it's finished, let's go back to Playcover. Make sure you're on the ZZZ bottle and hit run command. And under command, hit browse, and we are going to find the Zenless Zone Installer exe that we just downloaded. It should be under your downloads folder. Hit open and run. It's going to ask you to access your downloads folder, hit allow. You'll have to agree to the terms of service and privacy, and then you can hit quick installation. It will download it into the bottle. It'll make you agree to download the Microsoft C++ redistributable. Once it's done, hit close, and we can hit finish and launch. That's going to bring you to this page, and on the bottom right, we can click Get Game. I usually just uncheck these, and then click Start Installation. That's going to download, and I will be back when that's finished. And once that's finished downloading, we will be able to start the game. If you already have your controller paired, it's going to ask you what you would like to use. I'm going to use controller. You'll have to log in, and once you have, it will make you agree to their terms of service and privacy policy, and then we can hit play. It's going to download some more resources, and once that's downloaded, it's going to say game has been updated, please log in again. You won't have to log in again, it's just going to return you to the home screen, and now we can hit play. Hit play again, and you will be in the game. Really easy to switch the settings. If you press start on whichever controller, or if you're on mouse and keyboard, that upper left button, then we go to options, graphics. You can change your display mode, image quality, FPS, 3060 unlimited, and all of these effects. Again, depending on which Mac you have, you will have to kind of play with it and see what works best for you. Now when you want to exit out of the game, you can press start, go to more, and hit log out. It's going to return you to the login screen, and then we can click that button on the bottom left and click confirm to quit the game. Now to exit out of this, you can see there actually is no exit button. If we go to our ZZZ bottle, we can go on the right hand side and click quit all applications. And if for some reason it's still not closing, then we can hit force quit, and that will close it almost immediately. Then whenever you want to play the game again, open up crossover, and you can click it from here, or you can go to your bottle and double click the game here. That's 3 ways to play ZZZ on your Apple Silicon Mac. Subscribe for more Mac gaming news and tutorials. And that's about it. See ya.